Good day, students. Today in JSS 2 Social Studies, we are studying gender roles in Nigerian society. This is an important topic for understanding how society treats men and women differently, and what role education and change play in creating a more equal and just society. Gender refers to the social and cultural roles, behaviors, expectations, and identities that society associates with being male or female. Gender is different from biological sex. Sex is determined by biology at birth, while gender roles are learned through socialization. Gender roles are the behaviors, tasks, and responsibilities that a society considers appropriate for males and females. These roles are not fixed by nature, they are created by society and culture, and they vary from one society to another and change over time. Traditional gender roles in Nigerian society. In many traditional Nigerian societies, men were expected to be breadwinners, protectors, and decision-makers. They were typically responsible for farming or hunting, representing the family in public affairs, and providing financial support. Women were traditionally expected to manage the home, care for children, cook, farm food crops for family consumption, and support the husband. These roles were reinforced through socialization. Boys were taught to be strong and independent, while girls were taught to be nurturing and obedient. However, traditional Nigerian societies were not monolithic, there was significant variation. In many Igbo communities, women were active traders with significant economic power. Among the Yoruba, women held important roles in commerce and religion. In the pre-colonial Hausa kingdoms, there were cases of queen mothers and female political leaders. The ABA Women's Riot of 1929 is a powerful example of Nigerian women asserting their rights against colonial taxation policies, demonstrating that Nigerian women have always been active agents rather than passive followers. Gender inequality refers to the unequal treatment or perception of individuals based on their gender. In Nigeria and many other societies, gender inequality has historically disadvantaged women in several areas. Education. Girls have historically been less likely to go to school than boys in many parts of Nigeria, especially in the north. Parents sometimes prioritize boys' education over girls, believing girls would only get married. The result is a significant gender gap in literacy and educational attainment, particularly in northern states. However, significant progress has been made. More Nigerian girls are in school today than ever before, and many are excelling academically. Employment and economic participation. Women in Nigeria are often concentrated in lower-paid, informal employment, while men dominate formal sector and high-paying positions. Women face barriers including lack of access to credit and land ownership, cultural restrictions on mobility, and domestic responsibilities that limit their working hours. Political representation. Women are significantly underrepresented in Nigerian politics. The National Gender Policy targets 35% women's representation in government, but actual representation remains much lower. As of recent elections, women make up a small percentage of the National Assembly and governorship positions. Domestic violence. Violence against women, including physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, remains a serious problem in Nigeria. The Violence Against Persons Prohibition (VAPP) Act of 2015 criminalizes various forms of gender-based violence. However, cultural norms, stigma, and weak enforcement remain barriers to protection. Change and progress. Nigerian society has been changing significantly. Today, many Nigerian women are highly educated professionals, doctors, lawyers, engineers, business executives, and politicians. Women like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who became the Director General of the World Trade Organization, and Funmi Oransom Kuti, the pioneer women's rights activist, demonstrate what Nigerian women can achieve when given equal opportunities. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, specifically SDG 5 on gender equality, commit Nigeria and other nations to eliminating gender discrimination. The Nigerian government's national gender policy aims to promote equal opportunities for all Nigerians regardless of gender. Gender equality benefits everyone, not just women. When women and girls have equal access to education, health, and economic opportunities, whole families, communities, and nations become more prosperous and stable. Research shows that educating girls is one of the highest return investments a society can make. For students, understanding gender roles helps you recognize and question unfair stereotypes, support your female classmates' ambitions, and contribute to building a more equal Nigeria where every citizen can reach their full potential regardless of gender.